G.I. Chi-Town, Blazes in the building. Black Diamond Music, what up? And this right here gonna be a classic, I guarantee you that. Cristal, I'll let your boy.
I'm looking for a girl from Fifth Club, cause she gotta be hot, and real freaky like to be on time. For a girl from Miller, lay her on my pillow, like it rough cause she got the killer. Looking for a girl from GP, every time she see me, she don't know how to act, she can't wait till I get back. This song is for you, girl. Whatever you want is yours. This is for them G.I. girls and them EC girls and them Hammond girls and them Chi-Town girls. Baby, pump that thing. Now work the middle, put your drinks in the air. Now sip. This is for them G.I. girls and them EC girls and them Hammond girls and them Chi-Town girls. Baby, pump that thing. Now work the middle, put your drinks in the air. Now sip. I'm looking for a girl from Maryville, but she gotta keep it real, Let her know just how I'm looking for her in this candy man, cause they got that wet. They get all into it, don't care if they I got a girl off in the harbor, my girl up in the harbor. She can't wait till I get back, can't wait till this song is for you. This song is for you. Whatever you want is yours. This is for them G.I. girls and them EC girls and them Hammond girls and them Chi-Town girls. Baby, put that thing. Now work the middle, put your drinks in the air. Now sip. This is for them G.I. girls and them EC girls and them Hammond girls and them Chi-Town girls. Baby, pump that thing. Now work the middle, put your drinks in the air. Now sip.
Hey, if you from the G, then come with me. Lay up in this cup with me, rubbing on your thighs while you in my lap of luxury. GP, EC, HMD, come and skate with me. Tin it up, blowing while we got that Henny pouring up. Rep your hood, throw it up. Gangsta girl, she like it rough. Biting, smacking, weed, snatching down with all that kinky stuff. And I like when she work that middle, move to the right, then make that jiggle. I like them girls from that mad
This
middle.
is for them G.I. girls and them EC girls and them Hammond girls and them Chi-Town girls. Baby, pump that thing. Now work the middle, put your drinks in the air. Now sip a little. Come on. Come on.
Look, all my DJs, look, if y'all wanna get the party jumping and have the girls just going crazy, I'm telling you, put this on, and they gonna be like, what? And they gonna be like, I'm telling you. Matter of fact, just play it over again.
Come on. Come on.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, y'all ain't talking about that the other day, oh yeah. Oh yeah. BZNZ is back in the building, baby. We back in the building. And guess what? Shout out to Ghana. Went as far as you could go. Went as far as you could go in the World Cup. Shout out to Ghana. And back to you. I know I ain't got to tell y'all what to do. Yeah, you heard it earlier, but I know I ain't got to tell y'all what to do again. Give yourselves a round of applause. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're not gonna hold long at all. We ain't gonna hold long at all. Let's get it popping. Let's get it popping. Real men. Come on. BZNZ is brought to you by what? Real men. We gonna say it again for the people in the back. Real men. Drink water because what? Our ladies need us to be. King Kong in the bay. Fellas, if you don't drink your water, you're not gonna be able to use your third leg. So right now, all over the building, we're asking every man, go ahead and grab your sippy cup, grab your mug, grab your jug, grab your flask, whatever it is that you drink your water out of, and we're gonna take a pause for the cause and have ourselves a sip. Refreshing. Tastes good. Oh wait, refreshing. And it tastes good. Right now at this time, we're gonna go ahead and have our testimonial. We gotta get our testimonial up, y'all. Hold on, y'all. What's up with the testimony? Oh, there we go. Testimonial time, ladies and gentlemen.
When I look down, thanks be to God. Thanks be to God. When I look down, I can see the rod.
One more time.
When I look down, thanks be to God. Thanks be to God. When I look down, I can see the rod.
And 3 times for the Trinity.
When I look down, thanks be to God. Thanks be to God. When I look down, I can see the rod.
That's right. I can see the rod. Oh, yeah. Y'all ain't ready. I can see the rod. Well, we're not going to hold long tonight at all. We're going to go ahead and get started with our announcements for tonight. We are indeed full stream ahead. Full stream ahead in our summer solstice program, our hour of power. Although tonight we may go over a little bit over an hour, but it still won't be too long. Come on! It's still gonna be powerful enough to not put too much of a delay in your day. Come on! But enough to let you know that we still out here stumbling on the ground. Come on! In the midst of it all, we still out there stumbling on the ground. Come on! Next week's show will be a part 2 from tonight's show. So tonight is part 1. Next week will be part 2. Come on! And while we speaking of that, man, shout out. Let's give a round of applause and a shout out to Cliff Robinson, Mr. Cliff Robinson of the Scoop Magazine. Give him a shout out. Give him a shout out. Round of applause. Shout out. Round of applause. Been a strong force in the Indianapolis community for over 30 years. Distributing newspapers, community newspapers, letting everybody know in the community of the different black businesses, black-owned businesses that's out here doing their thing. So once again, one more time, let's give a round of applause for Cliff Robinson. Check on your loved ones. Oh yeah, check on your loved ones. Let's see. It's hot. It's draining. The weather is really draining out there. So check on them. Give them a phone call. Ride by the house if you need to. Come on. I would say bring some fruit or vegetables, but I've been hearing there's a recall situation going on there, so maybe not the fruit or vegetables. Come on. But water. That's it. Real men drink water. Yep. Go ahead and grab some of that water. So without further ado, come on. Tonight's show. You ain't gonna wanna. Okay, you're not gonna wanna miss that. Okay. I titled tonight's show Current Events. And man, once again we was able to meet up in the studio this past weekend.
Come on.
And I'm just tell you who all was in there right now. I think on the video I introduced everybody, but I'm gonna just tell you right now who all was in there.
Come on.
You had the man, the myth, the legend, Danger was in the building.
Come on.
You had my boy Keith from Chicago
Come on.
was in the building.
Come on.
You had the lady that sits on the scene that calls herself the Heat, Kiki.
Come on.
She was in the building.
Come on.
You are not. I'm telling you on tonight. You are not going to want to miss that one. And then next week is a part 2.
Come on.
So guess what? You get a whole double dose. Come on, somebody.
Come on.
You getting a whole double dose.
Come on.
Shout out to the double dose.
Come on.
And shout out to the 250 from last week.
Come on.
Man, I mean, the people that's been telling me
Come on.
about how they enjoyed.
Come on.
We might do a part 2 of 250.
Come on.
Y'all ain't talking about nothing on tonight.
Come on.
But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen,
Come on.
we will see you next week
Come on.
with Current Events Part 2.
Come on.
Peace
Come on.
and
Come on.
be blessed.
Come on.
A great thank you to Cliff, my guy Cliff, for letting us in the studio on today. Shout out to Cliff. But today, let me turn their camera on real quick. Let me turn their cameras on real quick. And we're gonna give a welcome to who we got. We got my boy D in the building. The man, the myth, the legend. He in the building. The one next to him in the Bulls, he supports Chicago. That's right, Chicago. We got Keith. We got Keith in the building.
What up, good people? What up?
Oh my God, let's see who this is. Lord help us. Uh-oh.
What is it? Who is it?
Look who we got, y'all. We got Kiki in the building. Shout out to y'all. How y'all doing today?
Good.
All right, man. Hey, let's get right into it. We ain't gonna hold no further. Man, what do y'all think about what's been going on in news with our 2 black brothers, Nolan Wells and Carmelo Anthony? We gonna go straight to it. Y'all can go ahead and rapid fire if y'all want.
Ladies first, you already know.
Oh, gee. Always putting me on the spot, but let's get to it. So, Nolan Wells. First of all, I want to say my condolences to his family. Never been in this situation before, but I can understand it being a hard space to be in with all the uncertainty of how this all came about. I'm kind of up in arms about it, trying to figure out what actually took place, what really happened. So I'm just kind of torn. I feel some type of way as a mom. I feel some type of way as a black mother. I feel some type of way for the culture. And I feel some type of way about this young man, 18 years old, losing his life in a way that we don't know fully yet. So I'll end it there just for the Nolan Wells. I won't go into the Carmelo yet.
Well, I feel like it's just a disservice and it's disheartening. But I believe it's something that we have allowed to happen as black people. What I mean by that is we need to make sure we take certain precautions, and also I'm tired of, protesting quote unquote properly. Damn all that. I'm past that point. Where I'm at now is I'm more of a rebel about it. I say an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. That's just me. That's where I'm at now because we've been peacefully doing this thing since the beginning of time, not, fighting back really, pretty much accepting whatever the system gives us, and this and that and the third. And this is why the law feel like they're plugging. And this is why privilege is a certainty in the white community as well. So I'm amongst the mindset of whatever they do to us, we need to make sure we do to them. That's how I am about things. So I don't have the calm capacity of, let's see what's fair or fair. No, sometimes you just gotta take things into your own hands, and that's where I'm at with this. Just think about it. There's been more than 25 hangings of black people since 2000. Just think about that now. Since 2000. Hangings. And y'all know what that means to us as black people. You know what I'm saying? So I'm beyond all the peacefulness of it now. It's time to muddy up the waters. It's time to get in the trenches. It's time to be about it. If we could be about it amongst ourselves, we definitely could be about it with people who are against us. That's how I feel about it.
Wow. I guess I must be having problems with my ears, cause it sound like to me he said he wanted the black people to go out there and get killed. That's what it sound like to me.
No.
Cause see,
Give us that 300-year-old wisdom.
I'll clarify later. Go ahead.
Cause here's the situation. First of all, my heart goes out to the family of the deceased individuals. It's foremost first than anything. Because I've been in their shoes before losing my namesake. But when you talk about blacks, let me change that. When you talk about those, I wish I was African American Negroes that go out there and pick up arms. You got one AK-47, and the white man's already got about 17 bazookas. So how do you win a fight that you know you're going to lose on that end? Now my thought is, you got to educate those darker pigmented people. You got to educate them so they would get more into the focus of the politics so they can change it from inside as opposed to running up against a brick wall and expecting it to fall down when you're only an ant. Now, I'm not up for all of this. I've noticed there's been a whole lot of killings south of the Ohio River. A lot of them, strange killings on campuses, universities, and all that thing. But there's got to be a better way to do it than pick up a stick and run at a man that's cutting you down with a tank. If you understand where I'm coming from. Because see, they already have their weapons. Most of the average white person you talk to, they've got, now let me say it like this, the average lighter pigmented individual you talk to, most of them got 3 or 4 guns in their house. Average darker person has maybe if they're lucky, 1 gun. The law of averages says that the 3 guns is going to outdo the 1 gun all the time. So if you take the darker pigmented man and he goes out there to try to confront the lighter skinned brother, he's going to get cut down. You're going to wind up with a whole lot of dead people and you're still right back to square one. What's wrong with using what the man thought he could use against you for your benefit to outsmart him? My opinion, that's what happened to MJ.
So what is that we're going to outsmart them with?
Use their system to destroy what they thought they had. If you notice, it's going off on the other end, but it's still using their system to do what you need to get done. When MJ started his campaign to get the catalogs, and they found out, Sony found out that he was taking control of that, they looking at it like this. Hey, wait a minute, that guy right there, He knows a little something. We got to figure out something. My thought as a conspiracy guy, they went behind the doors, under the table, found one of them chocolate guys that had a degree as a doctor, so he could kill him, do 2 years, get a whole bunch of money, run back to his home island, and then what happens? Sony gets to Kellogg. They've been fighting him for years. Sony gets it because MJ's estate went ahead and went to court and all that old humble bumble, and they took control of it and sold it for $600 million. Sony's making billions off of Michael's catalog. That's why Michael told his mother, according to the interviews, that's why he told his mother, don't let the catalogs go. Because that's where the money was at. Then we talk about these killings down there. You got chocolate-covered politicians, as well as those wearing badges and guns, that's helping them cover this up or throw the snowball at the people that's unaware of how the system works.
I heard it was a KKK sacrifice.
I'll let somebody answer on that. I'm not going to touch that right now.
So we just putting it out there.
I don't believe that.
Okay.
I don't believe it. I think when it comes to both of them, in Carmelo's case, it was, him him pretty much in self-defense, but they didn't want to bring forth all the evidence to show that because they want the black man to be the problem. I mean, that's why we see all this new evidence, and that's why we see, another appeal, because all the evidence wasn't submitted, and they didn't allow all the evidence to be submitted in that case. They didn't want the video to show the white boys coming over to him and cornering him in and trying to intimidate him. They didn't want that because they wanted to show the image of this was a great white kid who was on his way to doing great things. That's the narrative they wanted to push.
When you talking about Carmelo?
Carmelo.
Okay, because I've been thinking about that
Nolan.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking
but
about.
I'm touching on Carmelo's case first because that's the one that came out first.
Okay.
All right, now with Nolan, on the other hand,
KKK.
there's a whole lot. I don't believe in the KKK
You don't
thing.
believe that?
I don't.
Okay.
What I believe is, those white boys decided to be cruel to their black, quote unquote, black friend, and it went further than they expected it to go. And that's what happened. And everybody on the hush hush, let's call our parents. And the parents definitely want to save their children. So y'all shut up. We gonna go to, okay, we got a friend as a judge. So that's how that's working out.
But here's the thing though, Keith, that been happening. There's been a lot of black people
Absolutely.
that come out and talked about how when they hung out
Absolutely.
with white people, a lot of crazy, weird stuff
Absolutely.
has happened. Like one dude, he talked about how he was on top of a roof with some white people in Philly, and somebody was like, oh, we're going to go downstairs. When they went downstairs, they locked the door so he couldn't come off the roof.
Absolutely.
Somebody had to get a ladder so he can climb down.
Yeah, it's cruelty towards black people. That's not a difference. That's not a change. That what happens is we as black people don't protect our culture the way we should.
Facts.
That's what it boils down to. We allow too many people to the damn cookout because they know how to dance or they know the lingo. So we try to be too open and too friendly. Damn all that. Y'all know I've always been on subject with this one. We need to be more protective of our culture and who it is that we are. We need to stop allowing these people to exploit us. We also need to stop allowing niggas to exploit us too.
Facts.
Because there's a difference between black people and niggas. Total difference, man. Total difference. All niggas don't have good intentions. All niggas don't have good intentions. Notice how I said that. Niggas are just ignorant. But all niggas don't have good intentions, and some is just for themselves. The ones that's just for themselves, they worse than the white people.
Okay, we're gonna hear from Kiki, but I'm coming back to you, Kiki, because I got something for you. All right, go ahead, Kiki.
I want to piggyback off of what Keith just said. It's really unfortunate. All of it is unfortunate because we are a culture that feels some type of way about another race doing us the same way we do each other. And until we dig and dig and dig with the root of our own issues and trauma and problems, we will forever have this one. There is no way that we expect for a race to treat us well and kind and we don't do ourselves that way. And I'm trying to figure out, what do we feel like we actually need from this race?
Nothing.
Why do we keep there is a way, and I'm just going to be honest about this. There is a way to deal with people in love from a distance. We don't have to enter ourselves into other spaces that were never made for us. Do we know that we are the power source to America? If we ever understand that at this point in time, what does this look like? Why are we always the one? Why are we always the one that has to get lynched? That has to get shot? That has to be disrespected? Why are we always the ones? Have we ever thought about that maybe just we are the ones? So when you look at yourself that way, you will live that way. And you won't want anything from someone else that doesn't want you. Leave it alone. About the system, as well as Mr. D said, get into the deeper root of it as going through the system and changing the system. And then further go from there. Definitely have to figure out a plan in wisdom. Because one good thing that Mr. D did say that he don't too much say, he did say we're outnumbered when it comes to ammunition. Right. And he's right. Yeah. They have tanks. They have everything they need. And we sit back and we don't even have underground anything to even hide our children when we're in battle. And so listen, wisen up. I'll end there.
Okay. You got something else for us, D?
Well, it's like that's real. That's God. I can't believe we agreed on something.
Right.
I bet they got a Pepsi out there somewhere.
Oh, please.
Yeah, we gotta sound alarm on that one.
Come on. But it's we. Well, I can't say we because I'm not a most African nations people, But my kind of people, we look at it from a different angle. Because see, I'm hearing a man going against himself, but yet he say he loves himself. And what I mean by that is not we, but there are people that are going against the white man. When the white man comes from the black man. There's a young man out there by the name, I don't know if he's still alive now or not, but a young man by the name of Dr. Tim Weissman, I believe. He speaks at a lot of universities concerning race relationships. And if you get a chance to Google him, just Google Mr. Weissman and they come up. This professor has showed everybody where the white man come from. He definitely wasn't called white. He wasn't. It wasn't until a few years after the other people came over here.
So what was he called before white?
He wasn't called white. He was black.
Oh.
It was the atmosphere and the, how different continents make people pigmentation change and things like that. Okay, that's a little bit over
lost, ladies and gentlemen.
Wait a minute, that's a little bit over somebody's head. So I'll do it like this. If it's true, scientifically speaking.
How did he become white then if he wasn't white, he was black, then how did he become white?
If you study a little bit on the scientific end of it, it'll let you know that where you are depends on the rays of the sun is how your pigmentation comes out.
Oh.
That's on the scientific level. Mm-hmm. But if you go religiously, everybody comes from Adam. So they say. And if you still want to go a little bit more scientific, if everybody comes from one cell, then the white man is us. They might not want to admit it, but they're us. Even when you go back to the fact and do a little bit more research, you'll find out that a lot of the things that the quote unquote people called Europeans said that they discovered and all that. We did it first. The Moors did it first. And the ones that moved the continent from the motherland to where it is now, you'll find out that the different hemispheric cultures and climates and all of that changes people. You know, it makes some of us get a little bit darker in the summertime. Some of us get a little bit lighter in the wintertime. You know, it depends on where you're at and how your body adjusts to the environment where you're at. That's where the white man come from, according to Professor Dr. Weissman.
But it sounds to me as you saying that if we, so you saying if we went to like Antarctica and came back, we our skin to be white.
If we went somewhere where there was not a whole lot of ultraviolet sun rays, our pigment, not my pigmentation, but most people pigmentation.
Why not you?
I don't classify myself as being part of the Negro. I wish I was African American race.
You classify yourself as European, y'all.
And you know, it just naturally like that. You know, the climate where you at. If you go to Antarctica, stay there a few years, get out of the ultraviolet sun rays, you'll find out that yourself get a little bit brighter.
I'm gonna put this out there. I want to see what y'all say. I think, and Kiki was hitting on it. I believe we got a better chance of learning how to have fun with ourselves. You know how it is. Oh, mom, can I go hang out with Tim? Tim and the crew, they got boats, and we're gonna go and all this. No, I think we can go and get us a bonfire, get some graham crackers, some chocolate, and some marshmallows. Come on, somebody.
And who the first one started that?
We did.
No, white guy started that s'more deal.
S'mores?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, it tastes good, though. It tastes good. It tastes good.
It tastes good.
Right. It tastes good.
But see, if you look at it, the darker pigmented man is the only man that actually changes his race every so often. We go black, we go Negro, we go colored, we do all of that. And the other man, he doesn't change. He's Caucasian or white, that's it. And we, shall I say them, they're the only people that changes. And not only
where does that come from, Mr. D?
What is he saying?
That's not a change of race, though.
What that
is, that's not a change of race. What that is, that's a decision. That's the decision you make to be who it is that you want to be.
Really?
Yes, that's not a change of race.
Okay,
that's the change. So if I decided I want to be a nigga today, I could be one. Southside of Chicago definitely will come out. Trust me. If I decide I want to be a nigga today, that's a decision you make.
Yeah.
It's a choice. You choose it because my environment has taught me how to be it. That don't mean I have to choose to be it though. I choose on a daily basis not to be that. I choose to be a black man on a daily basis. I choose to allow my intelligence to shine more than my ignorance. That's choosing to be a black man. I could choose to be a nigga and allow myself to be ignorant as well though. I could choose. That's a choice. That's all a choice. Now, some people, unfortunately, have not had enough exposure to choose to be anything else. I get it. I understand it. That don't mean I approve it. I just get it and I understand it. That's why I said there's a difference between black folks and niggas. Niggas are ignorant. They don't want to educate themselves. They happy with being in a cycle of, the niggery that they do. That's just what it is. They cool with being on the corner. They cool with sagging their pants. They cool with getting rims before they bought a house. They cool with getting a $20,000 chain before they put money to the side for their seed's future. They cool with all that because they only see what's going on for today. They have no aspirations for tomorrow. Everything happens for today because they're living on. They're constantly living on this loop that I only got 24 hours. They're in survival mode. But when you playing, that means you have to be intelligent.
Where did they come from, Keith? That survival mode. That's a historical story.
Yeah, but see, this is the thing. Like I said, there's no excuse to nothing no more for me because we live in We live in a time where we have so much information accessible to us. So much information accessible to us. Like, y'all know me. I'm a Black history historian. I love Black history. I grew up following Black history. I'm still learning stuff brand new at almost 52 years old. I'm still learning stuff brand new, like stuff that I was like, man, I didn't even know that happened. Why didn't I know that? And I'm one of the people who be in the know.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, how did I not know this happened?
Right.
But that's because we allow them to erase our history. But like I said, we are allowing these things. We are allowing ourselves not to educate. We are allowing ourselves to want what it is that they got. Man, listen, I always tell people this all the time. You can't force a lion to fly because that's not what it does by nature. So we as Black people have to understand we can't do what the quote-unquote Europeans do. But at the same time, why should I when all they do is try to emulate what we do? Why should I try to be them? I mean, I just sit there and told one of my young guys this last week. We were sitting on this porch. I said, yo, think about it like this. Back in the 80s, the only thing you heard at football stadiums and basketball arenas was pop. Fast forward to right now, you hear commercials that will play hip-hop music that they swear to God that there would never be the trend. It's supposed to be something that came for 3 or 4 years and died off. But now, it's a whole culture. It's a whole movement. There's a reason for that, though. Because we're the ones that they want to copy. Once we understand that, then you know, yo, I'm not following in line with none of what you got going on. I told somebody this the other day and I meant it.
Trying to copy them, King.
I told somebody this the other day and I meant it. Why in the hell would I want to be somebody who can't stand in the light as long as me?
Or stand in darkness. Because you have to think about the struggle that we came from.
Exactly.
They don't even have that. They can't even compare to our struggle.
But that's part of the beauty of the light. And the reason why I say the light is we ain't ashamed when the light shine on our darkness of what's going on. We ain't ashamed of it. Now, I'll say this, I can't say we proud of everything that we do, but we sure ain't ashamed of it. Because we done brought that to the mainstream now. I mean, let's just call it for what it is. Yeah. These kids listen to our music that tells our struggle. And they glorify the allies, and they suburban kids with blonde hair and blue eyes. These are the same kids that are now CEOs of companies that uses that our very culture to sell. So I mean, prime example. I told somebody the other day, all the Gucci you got on, how many white folks you see wear it? All the product that you wear, how many white folks you see wear that same product? Yes, they make stuff specifically for you because they know you like gaudiness. You ain't gonna never see Bill Gates running around here in some Prada shoes. He one of the richest. He one of the richest men in the world. The problem is, man, we want to display everything that we do, and ain't no wrong with it. Listen, I get it to an extent. You know, we supposed to be kings and queens, and we supposed to be. Me personally, I don't even want to say kings and queens. We supposed to be gods and goddesses. That's what we supposed to be. Now we ain't been living up to that. You know what I'm saying? And there's a reason for it. You know, but that's not the topic at hand, really.
But I got a question for you.
What's up?
All right, we're looking at this for all three of y'all. Y'all have grown. Let me get over here. Y'all have grown children, so I want to ask, when they was kids, did y'all have sleepovers, black or white? You know, did y'all let them have a sleepover? Like y'all let them go over?
It happened occasionally. It happened occasionally at my house. It happened occasionally.
They came to your house.
Yeah.
You didn't let him go to.
I would, but see, this is the thing.
We talking about safety. This
Yeah,
is
absolutely. Yeah. I would, but we don't screen other parents like we used to. like Kiki know this. We've been on each other since high school, like our sophomore year of high school. My house was the spot. When I tell you, I'm not kidding. When I tell you, dang near everybody black who went to high school with me has spent the night at my house. No lie. My house was the spot. You know you can go to the Jackson house, and if you ain't had no food to eat, you know you can get something to eat at the Jackson house. And I wouldn't even be at home, and I get home from football practice. It'd be 2 or 3 people at my house waiting on me. But my house was the spot. Like, everybody knew that. But the thing was, my mother and my father had to know who you were, who you lived with, why you had to live with them. Hey, they can be at our house anytime. I'm letting you know whatever rules is at my house gonna have to apply to that person. They welcome to come over anytime. But whatever rules going on at this house is gonna apply to that person. Also, the punishment will too. So if you don't agree with how I punish Keith, then you can't have yours come over here.
See, Keith, I'm gonna say this. That was totally a different time. You know, these days you whoop somebody's kid.
Well, hold on, but see, that's my point. That's why I said you have to screen these parents now. So guess what? If that parent ain't with it, guess who can be at my house? They can come over. They're gonna be at the door. I can go outside and play with them and do what I do. But they can't enter this house because their parents don't agree with the ruling of how this house is ran. So because of that, hey, I'm sorry, buddy, you can't come in. I'll bring you some water. I'll come on outside. Here. You want something to eat? I'll make you a sandwich. I'll bring it back outside. I'll bring it back outside here. But we just don't operate like that no more. And that's a problem. But that was a sense of community. That was the sense of the village back then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, them days is long gone, man.
But the question is this: why is those days over with? Because we allowed it. Like I said, once again, we have allowed this to happen.
It's so much with our kids we allowed. I mean,
that's my point.
They don't go outside and play basketball no more. But you know what? Nowadays, like, would you let them play basketball with all the crazy stuff that's going on outside?
But the reason why the crazy was allowed is because, once again, like I said, we have allowed it. Prime example. Do we think today's time is harder than it was in the 80s doing the cocaine and heroin and crack? No.
No.
Absolutely not. But guess what I did when I was in the 80s and the 90s? I was outside without a cell phone. I knew what side of time I had to be around the house. I knew who I could hang out with, who I couldn't hang out with. I knew why. I knew where. I know when. I knew how. I knew all these things. The reason why you do it is because we was allowed. You had what we call intuition and critical thinking. These kids ain't got it no more because the parents done took it away from them. They dictate what they can and what they can't do at all times. To where these kids ain't even living their life no more. They're just on autopilot.
Video games, social media.
They on. That's what I'm saying. They on autopilot.
We didn't have that back in the 80s. The social media.
Yes, we did.
Social media.
Yeah, it was called being outside. We had real friends.
I'm talking about Facebook.
Yeah, but we had real
Twitter,
friends. Listen,
Instagram.
see, this is the difference. We had real friends though.
Right.
We had cats that made you accountable.
Yeah.
You couldn't just run off to the next chat room or the next social media slot.
Right.
If you ain't like something, you have to have. That's what I said. That's what critical thinking came in.
We can touch each other.
Yeah.
Right. Versus,
And you have to get these hands sometimes.
Yeah.
You have to swear up sometimes. These are things, but we took these things away because we thought these are the things that were harmful when actually they helped you cope with the reality of life. Like, I mean, it's a shame. I say this all the time. I grew up on the south side of Chicago during the 80s and 90s.
What, the Chatham area?
No, I'm in the Wild Hunters.
Oh, okay.
You know, I'm a south side. I'm in the Wild Hunters. So this is funny to me. I lived 3 different worlds at one time. So I had a very educated, structured, and loving household. You know, y'all know my parents. So you know what it is. My parents been together over 50 years before my father passed away and everything else, right? So, you know, I came from a traditional household. My father was a pastor. My mother was a school teacher. My brother was the gangsters of the gangsters. He was out on his own at 13 years old. Any everything that you think of illegal, he probably done did it outside of hurting women and children. Like straight up, he'd tell you. You know what I'm saying? Me, I was the total opposite. I was the 180 of my brother. I was the one that ain't never got no trouble. The worst thing you probably get from me is a bad grade and something. You know what I'm saying? That could be easily corrected because, like I said, I had 2 educators in the household. Always been well spoken because my mother didn't allow us to use slang in the house. You would get smacked in your mouth. You might have a fat lip messing around with my mama with some words. You know, always knew how to fight. My brother used to instigate fights so I could be fighting. If you go over there and smack Keith, I'll give you $10. But if Keith beat you up, you ain't getting no money.
You said your mama used to
My
say
brother
that?
used to do that. Oh, my brother, man, my brother's 6 years older than me. My brother used to be like, if you go over there and smack Keith, I'll give you $10. Now, mind you, this is like 82, 83. $10 is a lot of money.
Hey, that's
Hey.
when I was born in 83.
Hey, go over there and smack Keith. Go over there and smack Keith. And I'll give you $10. But if Keith beat you up, I ain't giving you nothing. So, like, I used to fight almost every day for about a 4-year stretch.
Yeah, that's
Because my brother loved to see me fight. My brother figured, yo, if I can see Keith fight and make some money, that's a great day for me. I get to see my little brother fight and I made some money.
That's how it was me growing up.
So that's the environment I grew up in. But I also understood there's more than just what I'm in. There's more than that. There's more to life than just these city blocks right here. I understood it. I'm glad that, you know, we were able to move away from Chicago to come to Indianapolis when I was a sophomore in high school. It was culture shock for me, but I know how to adapt. You know, I went from a little inner city kid with a bunch of black kids, and the only white person I knew was this one white lady who was married to a black man and lived next door to us. That's the only time I saw white people is the teachers at my school. That's it.
That's what I'm saying. I think that's part of the problem. But I'm going to ask you one more question, then we're going to let everybody else go. Okay, if you was to have a little one right now, how would things be raising up that little one right now, considering what's going on? Same way.
It worked. I mean, look, man, my son ain't never been in jail. He ain't never been in no trouble. He probably had 2 fights his whole entire life. He get along with everybody. He's quiet. He's reserved. He's, you know, he's opposite of me, but at the same time the same as me. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna take no mess. He ain't gonna be able to just pump him. That ain't gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? That just, he gonna stand for what he feel like is right at damn near any cost. You know, he's a critical thinker. So I'm gonna raise him the exact same way. The way I see it is, there's nothing wrong with using a lot of the old ways of doing stuff. And the reason why is because I feel like you understood more value to it. Like, I understand value to things because of how my parents raised me. I ain't about to change that. My son understands values of people and things because of how he was raised. And I think we have a lot of lost souls out here because they're misguided by thinking value is what they have material-wise. And that's why people do any and everything for it. Especially if you grow up without it or don't have it. That's a problem.
All right, what y'all got? We're going to go to D.
A lot of what he was saying took me back about 300 or 400 years. You know, when we lived down there off of what they call the near North Side now, you know, down around 14, down there by what they call the wholesale district down there in Massachusetts, 14, Bell Fountain, 13.
Fountain Square.
Back in that area, back in the day, it wasn't no such thing as you couldn't whoop my child. You'd get 6 whoopings
Before you got home.
from 14th Street to 13th Street.
Yeah, before you got home.
And you better not let your mother get word that you got them whoopings, because your mother is going to get you and your uncle going to get you too. So you was getting whooped all the way to the house. You know,
that's what was
and
taught.
then it was more like what's the college word? Morals. You know, you had morals back then. You know, it wasn't no hey Miss Curl or no, it's ma'am, yes ma'am, no ma'am, all that. You know, that's where it was. But along the line, we got, I'm not gonna say the lighter pigmented man, but we've got some of them Oreos that have gotten the laws twisted.
Now they Oreo cookies.
You know,
All these food analogies.
because see what they done is they done took and handcuffed the parents. They done handcuffed the parents. Most parents now that are having kids that are light skinned, if you as much as poke your finger in their arm, they got a bruise. They go to school, teacher see that bruise, by law, she's required to call CPS. You know, you can't, like he said he was disciplined. I was disciplined pretty close the same way. You know, but today you can't do that because they've got this, as a matter of fact, my first wife, before she passed, her sister, light skinned, was talking back to her mother. Mother whitewashed her. I mean, she danced with her like it was Joe Frazier. And you know what the little sister did? Ran out the house, screaming and hollering, called 911. Police come out there. Mother got to explain what's going down. Mother told her, said, hey, you don't want me to whoop her? Take her with you.
Listen up. Listen up. Real men drink water. Because our ladies need us to be King Kong in the bed. And we also lived heavy.
Don't you notice how I get quiet when there's no one else around? Me and you and awkward silence. Don't you dare look at me that way. I don't need reminders of how you don't feel the same. Oh, the burning pain, listening to you harp on about some new soulmate. She's so perfect, blah, blah, blah. How I wish you'll wake up one day, run to me, confess your love, at least just let me say that when I talk to you, oh Cupid walks right through and shoots an arrow through my heart. And I sound like a loon, but don't you feel it too? Confess I loved you from the start.
Old police officer. Because the young police officer, he ready to cuff the mother and take her in for child abuse. Old police officer said, no. Take her in there and give her some more for calling us. That's what the old police officer said. Today, you can't really whoop your child like it was back then.
Nobody else's child either, because I'm thinking, like, somebody whoop my child, you gonna have to whoop me.
Well, see, that's where it comes
That's
in.
not my initial thought. My initial thought is, what did he do for you to have to whip him?
And see, like,
that's my initial thought.
So you let somebody whoop your child, kid?
What? Listen, I ain't say I let. I gotta find out what did he do first. See, my whole thing ain't to jump to the defense of my child, because at the end of the day, he's a child. He gonna do something out of line, and he might not even understood that it was out of line. But at the same time, I might have to allow that lesson to happen.
Okay.
So he understands. Because guess what? If I don't let that lesson happen, let's say I don't let that lesson fall out like it should fall out, and I'm on the parent. Now my son feel like anything he does, I'm gonna defend it.
Right, I got you.
So that gives him free reign to go do whatever it is that he gonna do in the neighborhood, because my daddy gonna back me. No. Hey, you in the wrong. You in the wrong. That's embarrassing for you to act up like that. And for them to have to get on you like that. So now guess what I gotta do? I gotta get on you harder than what they did. So now you gotta fall in line, you gotta understand.
And see, like I was watching a show a few months ago, Extended Stay. Guys locked up in prison. This one kid was doing 3 life sentences. And the interviewer was talking to him, and asked him, why did you shoot the teller in the bank? He said, all my life. Grandmother, mama, they give me what I want. So I went in and told her to give me the money, and she resisted. So I felt, she was disrespecting me, so I killed her. And that's the way a lot of things is rolling today, if you really look at it. These young guys run around here, talking about, you got to respect me, I'm going to stand up for mine. But they're not realizing, once you get behind that wall, where's yours at?
Still doing the same thing.
You don't have no gun. If you get a shank, somebody else got a shank a little bit longer. So, all of this macho you got out here, it disappears once you got to put them golden bracelets on you. Here and there, it's either me or you. And pardon me if I talk out of order, but a lot of gangs are flipping you out in prison. The guys that's supposed to have your back, where they at? They done disappeared. They done sold you down the creek. You a honey bun tonight. So
honey bun.
What it is.
So gonna trade them for a honey bun.
So you basically the parents can do what they can do within the law, without the law coming down saying, hey, because on the school bus, we drive a school bus, some of them parents come out there and they ready to whoop off on the teacher and the bus driver just because their kid told a lie.
It ain't even got to be a lie. Just because they don't feel like nobody should be able to tell their child anything. But that's also the world they grew up in. They grew up with not a parent. They grew up with a friend.
Man, you gotta be careful these days, Keith, with that,
You ain't gotta
because
be careful.
everybody
You ain't
can
gotta
put
be
their
careful.
hands on my kid.
You ain't gotta be listen. You ain't gotta be
Keith was
careful.
saying. That's
You
what
ain't
Keith
gotta
was
be
saying
careful.
earlier.
You said you ain't gotta be careful.
No, you ain't gotta be
He
careful.
said,
No, wait a minute.
You gonna put the cap on Kiki. You let somebody else that's not kid put their hands on your kids, because I don't know, these days, I'm a little careful on that one. I'm like, hey, before you get ready to do that, talk to me. And then I'll put my hands on them.
But that's why I made the point earlier that
you got to check out the
you
parents.
it's what you allow to happen. You got to screen them parents. That's why my mama and daddy didn't allow certain people in this house, because they can't. Their parents don't want them to follow the rules in this house, along with the punishment. So guess what they got to do? Be on the outside. You can be on the outside looking in all day. We ain't got a problem with that. But once you cross this door into this home, the rules apply for everybody. You ain't exempt. The punishment applies to everybody. You ain't exempt. So that's why those kids can't come home. Guess what? We didn't do. We didn't play with them kids. We just really didn't even mess with
y'all
them
weren't even
kids.
friends no more.
Yeah, we just didn't mess with them kids like that. We associates. We ain't friends.
Oh, okay. Kiki, I want to hear from you, Kiki.
There's so much to say.
Yeah, go ahead.
So much to say, and I'm gonna try to move this quickly. First of all, I get everybody's point. Actually, my story is a little bit different. And growing up, we didn't go everywhere. My parents were strict. There was 2 of them in the household, and my mother and father just didn't believe that we should be going everywhere. Even families' houses, we wouldn't know about. Because we just wasn't going everywhere. And so that's just how I grew up. Now, me being a parent of a large, gifted family. But me being a parent, I am the same way. And what I find is, no, you can't go to their house. See, I believe the screening as well. Mm-hmm. Because I don't know your parents, you can't go. Now, if I built a relationship with your parents, I still may say no. But I'm going to be a little bit more lenient. I also will say, the way I raised them, they go outside and they play. They do have a time where they can be on social media, but all of my kids have always went outside and played, because at some point you got to come up off of this world hunger of evilness.
Right.
And you have to go outside and get a little kickball and football and basketball. I do. I run with my kids. I race them, and I tell them every time when I race them, I'm going to win this, and they beat me every time.
Right.
I'm not the runner I used to be.
Right.
But in order for me to show my kids that I'm a part of their life, the life that I did have, I want them sometimes to see that. And so I will say this. Do you remember being younger and saying, I don't want to raise my kids how I've been raised?
No, I ain't never said that.
Hold on, wait a minute. But you have. Hold on, wait a minute.
We
A lot of
have,
people.
yeah.
A lot
Yeah, I
of
know
people
some people
have.
have.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a
don't
lot
get
of
me
people
wrong. I
have
understand
said that. And I'm just going to show you something
Yeah.
here. A lot of people have said that, and so what we do is we try to shift it and raise them our way,
Yeah.
and we raise them incorrectly
Right.
because we're so trying to prove a point that we can do the job, and we come up empty-handed, and so now we have a problem. That's why the police have to deal with some of our children. That's why the schools don't like them. That's why we don't even sometimes want to deal with them. If we just be honest, some of this of what our kids are doing and going through is our fault. Hold the accountability of it all, but not just hold accountability. Change,
putting them out
change.
It's the truth.
But you do have to do
It's the
it.
truth.
Change your behavior and watch the behavior of your child change.
Yes.
It can only happen this way.
That's all.
And so we have this social media. It's another thing that when we were growing up, we didn't have all this social media. We give too many people access to our issues, our problems, our trauma, what we doing. We lying on Facebook. I'm living this best life, and you're not living nothing. You're unhappy. You're dysfunctional. All of the yes, and we're lying for the eye of social media, yet sitting in a room with tears coming down our faces because we're not living what we say we're living.
Miserable.
So now, very miserable. So now we have the issue that we really don't want to deal with, and that's that room alone by yourself to deal with your misery. And I'm going to tell you now, it's not easy to deal in your misery because a lot of us are in denial. We want the best life, not understanding that you can give it to yourself. But when you're traumatized and you don't want to go to therapy and you don't want to be healed and you don't want to get yourself together, so what you're doing is you're living in a cycle, not understanding that you have to break this cycle, and you're powerful enough to do it. And sometimes, let's be honest, sometimes you don't know the way of how to do it, but you can find a way. Find a way and watch your life change right before your eyes. These kids, these young kids that we do have, I will tell you this, and I've always said this, and somebody might disagree. No child is bad. They're misguided. They're taught incorrectly. Children, when they come out, they're innocent, they're inquisitive, they want to know things, and we set up as parents and say, what goes on in this house stays in this house. While our children go outside the house and live that lie and live with the trauma that we've shown them in their faces. I've done it. I've been guilty of it. I can tell the truth because I'm beyond that now. But when we tell our children, well, this is how life is right here, we're not even living in reality for our kids to live a reality. Because we won't be honest about what the world actually is. And we won't be honest about who we really are. We put a mask on every day. And I'm not just talking about the beautiful makeup that I'm wearing. I'm talking about a mask that you put on to show yourself that you are not who you really are. We're living a lie. But it's okay because it can be fixed and we can heal. And once we heal within our own selves, the world will heal. We're putting too much responsibility on the next person when we have a responsibility ourselves. That's not even fair.
Agreed.
So I guess that's it until y'all have another conversation. I'll
Well,
rest
you know,
on that.
Hold on, we've been on this on him for a while. Let's get to Carmelo. Did he kill the white boy? Hold on, let me put it on. Go ahead, D.
Oh, you said that.
Did he kill him? Because there's a lot been coming out.
Well,
a lot of the camera angles coming out now showing that he may not be the one that did it.
wow. Yeah, and I think I done saw a few of them too myself. It might have been one of his buddies put it to him.
That's what it's looking like.
But you know, this Carmelo deal. I got a couple of different views on that. Number one, the judge resigned the next day.
Mm-hmm.
Judge Ropes?
Mm-hmm. The judge resigned the next day.
Okay, because they said they were trying to get him to recuse himself from the trial.
He resigned
after he gave the
hit the
sentence.
gavel.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, after he hit the gavel, he
And
resigned.
then there was some floating accusations that he received a large sum of
money.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he went like on a tour where he did like a whole interview. Like, wait, what kind of judge does interviews after they do that?
And sort of like from a couple of angles I saw, the guys came over there to bully the black guy that they saw.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, and one guy told him, I think one of the interviewers or something said, one of the guys told him, said, don't touch me or something like that. You know, you can come over here, but don't touch me. You know, and if he went over there to touch him, naturally, I mean, you know, most darker pigmented people, if you hit them, they gonna hit you back. Most of them, you know.
There you
You know, but you know, it's just a whole lot going on with that case that they're really not letting the public see, and the public really not aware of what's going on until probably a couple of years down the road. Because, you know, it always happens like that. They show you what they think going to get you interested in the news so that the commercial can come up and you can buy it. And then after that, after everything died down, then they come at you and give you the truth.
That's why I'm glad we have so many cameras and we have so many people who know how to put together documentaries. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, though, a lot of this won't serve justice. You know, and that's just the truth of the matter. That's the system that we're a part of. I am amongst the idea, like I said, an eye for eye, tooth for a tooth. That's where I'm at now. Because we've been doing all this peacefulness for how long, and what has really changed in it?
What?
We've been doing. I'm just saying, we've been doing all this peacefulness for so long. How much has really changed? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying we should just go out and go get guns blazing. I'm not saying that by any stretch of the imagination. But what I am saying is we need to adopt more of what the Black Panthers used to do.
Malcolm X.
We need to adopt more of that. It seemed like that's when black people was at their safest.
Militant.
That's what it seems like.
Militant.
It seems like that's when black people was at our safest. When we protect our own cities, we protect our own neighborhoods, we protect our own people. We had our own churches, we had our own schools, we had our own food source systems. When we had everything on our own, that's when it seems like we was the most protected. The very thing they did to break us up to where we are right now is they took all those things away from us. The very thing. That's not by choice of coincidence. That's not by chance or coincidence. So what I'm saying is, we need to arm ourselves the right way. I'm not saying we have to go gun blazing on this and that and the third. But what I am saying is protect everything that we got. Don't let no outsiders in. They don't let us in. They don't let us in. They give you the illusion they let you in. No, what they do is they find 2 or 3 niggas to do their bidding and give them a little bit so you can be envious and be hopeful that you can do what they did. It's called the exception versus the rule.
And that's why we gotta watch who our kids.
That's the exception. Yeah. No, but outside that, we gotta watch who influenced them. Period.
They can't be around Ted.
We gotta watch who influenced them. We gotta watch who influenced them. Period.
I'm with you, black folks too.
Exactly. We gotta watch who they influenced by. Period. Because a lot of the messaging that we get in music and also through TV ain't good messaging either. That's why it's called programming. They're doing nothing but programming your child.
But you wanna know how they get them though, Keith? They get the boys with the women.
Absolutely.
That's what because they said Nolan had a little white chick.
But that's not even, it ain't even a white chick thing. But to me, I just think it's good versus evil. It ain't even be about race no more to me. It's just good versus evil, dog. That's what it boils down to, really.
Okay,
It's
well,
just good versus evil.
If it's good versus evil, if it's that, you got good light-skinned
white
people.
You do.
And you got good black
But
people.
once again, I said there's a such thing called the exception versus the rule. Do we not know some white folks in our lives that we know they just down for the cause? I can think about 5 right now off the top of my head who I know I trust more than some of these niggas out here for sure. We all in agreement to that. We know some. We go as far as call them allies, right?
Right.
They good people. I agree. But guess what they are? They're the exception and not the rule. Because if they were the rule, we would trust all white folks.
Right.
This wouldn't even be a conversation piece. There are exceptions versus the rule. I understand that. That's why I say there's good versus evil. It's just the evil in people. That's fine. Show me who you are. I'd much rather know it. Don't disguise it. Don't Trojan horse me. I won't see
Let me ask
it.
you another question.
Come
I
on.
gotta ask Keith another. Okay. In honor of the 250 years, Keith, have you ever dabbled and dabbled with the Caucasian persuasion?
No, sir.
I was just curious because Keith doing a lot of talking.
People know me. Hey, boy.
He got me suck over here.
Listen.
Sound like a setup.
No, my
Ain't no
boy.
touching though. Sound like a setup.
Y'all know I love them chocolate. I want some chocolate when they get out the car. The oil light come on. Y'all know I love them chocolate. Come on now. Y'all know me. Y'all know me. Y'all know me. I love them chocolate. I want them darker than me.
Okay.
And they ain't light by no stretch of the imagination. They ain't light by no stretch of the imagination. No, but what I understand is I just understand. Like I got some down white friends.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking about if a race war would have happened today, you ain't gonna question. I ain't questioning. You ain't gonna question what side they on.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna be no. I'm playing the fence or none of that. I could think of a handful right now, just the top of my head. So that's why I just be like, that's good versus evil. I just can't put that because there are exceptions to the rule. I don't care where you at. It's gonna always be exceptions to the rule. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? So since I understand that, what I do is I assess people based off of who it is that they are. I don't assess a race of folks. No, the majority of white people do some fuck shit. It is what it is. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I can't say all white people because I know these 5 right here gonna go to bat for me like they the crew. Ain't no question about it. I know it. I done seen it. Done already happened a few times. So I ain't gotta question these things over here. But I also understand they are the exception to the rule. So that's why I just look at good versus